Characteristics of tourism and hospitality makes it different from other countries. We have 7. The first is in tourism and hospitality, the product is not brought to the consumer. Rather, the consumer has to travel and go to the product to purchase it. In other industries, an item manufactured in a factory is brought to the wholesaler and retailer and ultimately to the consumer. The products of tourism and hospitality are not used up, thus they do not exhaust the country's natural resources. Tourism and hospitality is a labor-intensive industry. It requires more manpower than other industries because service is one of the key points for tourism and hospitality. Tourism and hospitality is people-oriented. It is primarily concerned with the people, and one of the most important motivations of tourists is to meet other people and see how other people live. Tourism and hospitality is a multi-dimensional phenomenon. It is dependent on many and varied activities which are separate but interdependent. Marami siyang mga pwedeng gawing activities but they are connected with each other. The tourism and hospitality industry is seasonal. For example, during the vacation seasons, millions of tourists travel, which result in increased revenues for several tourism agencies. But when vacations are over, those companies experience a big decline on their revenues. The tourism and hospitality is dynamic. It is characterized by changing ideas and attitudes of customers, and therefore, hospitality and tourism professionals must always be prepared and willing to adjust to those changes. Tourism and hospitality has become one of the world's major industries. Both developing and highly developing nations are now taking a closer look at the following potential benefits from this industry. The first is the contribution to the balance of payment. Tourism and hospitality can help correct the balance of payments and deficits of many countries by earning the much needed foreign currency in international trade. Examples of countries in which the tourism and hospitality industry has helped reduce the deficits are Spain, Mexico, Philippines, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Dispersion of development. International tourism and hospitality is the best means to spread wealth among countries, so they are bridging the economic gap between rich and the poor nations. Effect on general economic development. Expenditures by tourists can have beneficial effects on all economic sectors and can lead to the development of different industries and other economic activities. The fourth importance of tourism and hospitality is employment opportunities. It is a source of employment because it is a service industry. Fifth importance is it provides social benefits. Social exchange takes place when tourists come in contact with the inhabitants of the place they visit. Culture Enrichment. The industry emphasizes a sharing and appreciation of cultures rather than the lack of trust brought about by isolation. Through tourism and hospitality, we can appreciate rich human and cultural diversity that the world offers and evolve a mutual trust and respect for one another. Likewise, tourism and hospitality contributes to the preservation and development of the world's cultural heritage. It encourages governments to preserve historical sites and monuments and motivates indigenous groups to preserve their heritage in the form of dance, music, or artifacts. Seventh importance of tourism in hospitality is educational significance. It enhances one's education through international conferences, seminars, study trips. Through those events, they could have up-to-date information for enhancing the knowledge and skills required for the development of tourism and hospitality industry. Through those conferences and seminars or study trips, they could exchange ideas and propose solutions to challenges related in the industry. And the last importance of tourism in hospitality is it is a vital force for peace. Properly designed and developed tourism and hospitality can help bridge the psychological and cultural differences that separate people of different races, colors, or religions, and economic development. In facilitating more social relationships among individuals, tourism and hospitality can help overcome prejudices and foster international brotherhood or camaraderie and world understanding. Hospitality and tourism industry is one of the greatly affected by the pandemic. Pero nagta-try na tayo ngayon ulit na bumangon by setting up protocols for health and safety in the Philippines para unti-unti na ring magbukas yung mga tourism and hospitality establishments.
Aangat tayo muli. Ito ang paniniwalang ating panghahawakan. Sa ngayon, pangamba at pagdududa ang pumipigil sa ating ibalik ang dating buhay. Pero aangat tayo muli. Dahil may isang bagay na hindi kayang kunin ng COVID sa atin. Ito ang ating pagiging matibay at determinado. Tayo ang lahing hindi natitinag ng bagyo, lindol, baha, at pagsabog ng bulkan. Paulit-ulit bumabangon, ilang beses mang gulpihin ng sakuna. Kaya, aangat tayo muli. Kakayanin natin muli ito. Sa palaging pagsuot ng mask at face shield, paghugas ng kamay, at pagpapanatili ng distansya, hindi mo lang inaalagaan ang iyong sarili. Kung hindi, pati na na rin ang mga nakapaligid sa'yo. Sundan natin ang mga ito at magkasamang salubungin ang sikat ng araw sa mga paborito nating lugar. Walang kasiguraduhan ang mga darating na araw. Ang sigurado lang ay kapag isinapuso natin ang pag-iingat, aangat tayo muli. Ingat-angat tayong lahat.
That's all for our week 2 and see you next week.